Well, hello, y'all. How are you? No prizes for thinking about what I'm going to be talking about today, is there? Well, there is, because I'm sort of talking two subjects in one, because I believe this man, Andy Burnham, is leading us down the path to destruction. And I keep on saying this, and I believe it, and hopefully I would like to think I was wrong, but I don't think I am. And a lot of things that I've put in my videos over the last few years, and if you go to Rumble and watch my videos, you can see that, a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about, i.e. the Fabian Society, that kind of thing, a lot of it's sort of come into being in one way or another. But right now, I'm going to sort of talk about him having no mandate for doing what he's doing. Now, he's a smooth talker. He really is a good snake oil salesman. He's a right smooth talker. He speaks off the cuff, which is pretty good. And I don't take him as being an unintelligent man. I think he's a very intelligent man. But he's not intelligent in the ways of Parliament, I don't think, or of running the government, or even running Manchester Council. I mean, he's left it in a complete mess, and we all know that. It's not new news, it's old news. And he's not done a very good job. The things he said he's done well, a lot of that can be refuted, which it has been by many. But that's not the point. The point is, do you really think he's the right man for the job? Like I say, he has no real mandate. He seems to be going in, opening the number 10 the North, which I find is disgusting. The fact that he's also going to split everything up to sectors in the country, so, and then give power to the local authority, which is usually driven by the mayor. And we already have 15 mayors in the country that don't agree with what we say. We already have places, they say, oh, well, there's nowhere in England that you can't go if you're English. Well, there is. I go to Allen Rock in Birmingham, and go there in the evening if you want. Or go to certain places in East London. Or, this argument about, everybody's mixing in and everybody's being good. Even the mayor of London, which is Sadiq Khan, he's not a good man. He falsely talks about things, and he also favours one group, which we all know that is. But by favouring that group, I don't see that as a bad thing if it wasn't that what's behind that group. Not part of the group, but actually motivated by their ideology. And which is bad, because a lot of the people who follow their ideology, which is Islam, are not terrorists. We get that straight away. But there's a lot of things that could be done, and I'm going to go into this. But anyway, so let's get into it. Let's sort of get into what I want to talk about. For example, right, we're going to go here. Now, there's claims that the indigenous population of the UK is being ethnically cleansed and replaced by migrants, according to the government in particular. The Labour Party and its members are denying this. They say, no, that's factually incorrect and misuse of official terminology. Well, it's not. It's not. I mean, I think, again, we're being gaslighted, and also by the new Prime Minister, nothing to see here, basically, he said he has a policy for stopping the migrants. I mean, thousands of, since his watch, I think over nearly 8 or 1,000 people have come over from France, and he says he's got it all under control. But anyway, this is the part, I don't trust him because of his ideology, and most of the Labour Party I don't trust. Well, there's nothing to see here, nothing's going on. But anyone with eyes in their head can see that white indigenous population of the UK is being eroded, and it is in more ways than one. Okay, for example, if we go here, personally, I like the idea of people from different cultures, and Afro-Caribbean people, Hindus, Sikhs, and others seem to have added to British culture and assimilated to an extent which they have, and whilst they still keep their own culture and identities and follow their religions within our constraints. And we kind of get involved in what they do. I mean, as I said many times, I've been to Sikh temples. A great welcome there. You just don't go out drinking with Sikhs. I do warn you. Hindus, the same, you know. And the Afro-Caribbean and the Jamaicans that came over in the late 50s, 60s. I mean, they were wonderful. They are wonderful people. They still are. It's just that the young generation are now being indoctrinated into stupidity, and their parents and their parents' parents would hate the thought of what's happening. And like I said, you know, they unite under the Union Jack flag. It doesn't offend them because they came to live in the country, and they unite under it, all the different cultures, and I think that's wonderful. But it's not that's a problem, right? I mean, like I said, they still keep their identities and such like. But independent demographic analysis and government statistics show that the change in populations are driven by legal immigration and shifting birth rates. Now, that for me doesn't give the true picture, because it's not that bit that I'm worried about. I mean, what about the thousands of illegal migrants, hundreds of thousands of migrants, that have rocked up on the British shores, many of them openly saying they hate our culture and they hate us too? I mean, you know, and they seem to be welcomed with our open arms, given everything, to the extent where local people, indigenous people, and I'm talking about people who came here the right way, you know, people like, say, Hindu, Sikhs, and all the others, and all the Muslim people that came as well. They came the right way. They you know, most of them, majority of them, assimilate and get on and love their country. It's their country, or our country. It's everybody's country who lives here, if you want to be part of it. We're finding this new wave of migrants that are coming. They're not interested in assimilating. Many of them come from countries which have total different values to what we're used to, and in fact, this shows by the amount of crime that's been committed by them. But there's also the underbelly of the so-called Islamists, not Muslims, Islamists. You've got to separate the two. Now, many, as I say, many people have been factored into the mix. Muslims have arrived on our shores, and many for a better life, as many have done. But it's undesirable part of the group who are sworn to destroy us and our culture. This is not good. For decades, these people who do not contribute to the UK, do not integrate or assimilate, and demand that the country has to change to accommodate their views to the religion and laws that they follow. Now, I've been watching many Muslim radicals. I don't really want to call them Muslims, because for me they're not Muslims. Not the Muslims that I know and love. The people who grew up around me, you know, I've got such good memories of the people I've known over the years. And I'll say 73 in August, I'm 73, and I've been through it from the 50s right through till now, and it's only now that things are bad. And I think now that all Muslims are getting tarred with the same brush, and the younger generation are feeling empowered that they want to take over the world. It's in the Quran that listen, please grow up, listen to your parents and how your parents came and made a life for you. Anyway, so as I say, I've been watching many radical Muslim preachers, and I find it difficult that they allow to air these horrible views. And basically, I feel as if we say, oh, it's only 4% of the people, but 4% of the people of UK that's what they are, 4%, just over, are dominating everything. They are asking for the destruction of all dogs. They don't want dogs. You can't eat bacon. Women should cover. All these rules and laws that they're totally alien to us. We don't believe in that. Our belief system is different. But the Muslims that I know, they don't do that. They some of the girls wear scarves. I think that's okay because it's probably respect for where their parents come from. A lot of them don't. A lot of them are out and they lead double lives. I mean, I know from the early years the girls used to come out in their Asian dress and get changed and then go into a discotheque and come out and go, come on, you can't blame them. And so did the boys. Boys were worse. Anyway, so what's
the future is ours. Every ideal nightmare of a Muslim Europe will come true. They can be as mad as they want. I don't care. America will be a Muslim country. Russia will be a Muslim country. Islam will enter every house. We have to be a part of that change. We have to be a part of that da'wah. We have to be a part of those ghuraba who stand firm on our aqidah and our practice and our deen and never ever apologize. We're unapologetic. Never ever compromise. We're uncompromising.
Well, I've just gone back to Andy Murray because I just turned him off, but I just wanted to give you an example of the type of preacher that gets away with saying things like that. You know, that doesn't make things nice for good Muslims. There's plenty of them around. You know, the people who say it is the religion of peace, they usually are peaceful. It's just this underbelly of Islamists who've got this mental illness that they have to come and, they want to destroy all the Jews first, the Saturday people, and then they're going to come for the Sunday people, which is you and me. And I think that's disgusting. I know that many, 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 many people who come to this country, like I said, all different nations, all different places, from Pakistan to Egypt and Saudi Arabia. And I saw the minister for, what was the minister for? One of the ministers in UAE, I forgot his name, and I've had video of him speaking before, basically saying that they're stopping their children from coming to universities in the UK because they're afraid that they'll be radicalized while they're in the West. Shouldn't be. Now, all you young folk, nobody hates you. Everybody loves you. Everybody wants you to grow up and have a good life and everything you need. When you get it all, you get your health, your education. It's all free, isn't it? Right? You're looked after. Have some respect for the country that you live in. It's your country. You should rally under that flag too, like your parents did, and still do. Because these people who basically want to come and take you over, well, for me, it's horrible. I mean, they just...
The future is ours.
Oops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to...
Every ideal nightmare
He's jumping there without me asking.
Europe will come true.
Anyway, let's get rid of those.
They can be as mad as they want. I don't care.
I don't care either.
America will be a Muslim country. Russia will be a Muslim country.
We'll be everywhere, apparently. Anyway, I didn't mean to put that on. Sorry, I do it all myself. Okay. Anyway, like I said, this is not what you want. And I'm sure that you all agree with me. Nobody wants to get rid of you. No, some of my mates, unfortunately a couple of them have died now, but a lot of my mates, Muslim mates, who, they know my views. They know I'm not a racist. They know I just want the best for everybody. But how can you have that when you've got people like that man telling you that you have to enter every room, every house, and you have to take over, and they have to convert, and if they don't convert, they get hurt or they get murdered. You could take his wife as slaves and his children. Where are you coming from? This is not you. You have a good side. You've been educated. You know that that's not what it is. By all means, follow your religion. Don't follow the fanatics. Anyway, and just finally, what's more even frightening is the MI5 identifies Islamist terrorism, not Muslim terrorism, Islamist terrorism as the most significant threat by volume, and 58% of the UK terror prisoners hold Islamist extremist views. What does it come into? What do you want? Why did you come to England if you don't like it? Why did you come to England and want to enforce your law and your ways into a country that's taking care of you and your children? I don't understand. If you really, really want to live under the regime that you're trying to force everybody else to, or the good Muslims that probably do, you know what? My challenge is this: if you believe that you like living in England and you want to live in England, and if you believe that these terrorists are destroying your life because you're getting hated more and more, it's up to you. All these people who are involved in this rubbish have brothers, sisters, mothers, uncles, fathers, and they know who they are. If you and your mosques and the people started to cast these people out, give them over to the authorities. Oh no, I can't do it. Yes, you can, because it's for you as well as for me and everybody else that lives in England, if you want to continue in England the way that it is. We are forgiving people. We are people that accept and help anybody and everybody. But we feel now that we've been taken advantage of. In all my 73 years on this earth, I've never seen such badness. So much badness on the streets. The knife crime, the raping, again, Pakistani grooming gangs. The Lord Mayor of London, oh, that doesn't go on here. It does, and he covered up. And I know many Pakistani men that if they caught you, that was one of those groomers, they'd probably treat you worse than the police have got you. You'd rather go to the police, because a lot of my friends finds it disgusting. They're not like that, really. Again, it's this ideology of the kafir, the non-believer, and all this rubbish that they spout out. Okay? It's the only, out of all the people that come here, all these people that come to live under this flag in this country, 99.9% of them have wonderful lives. There's injustice in everything. Many white people suffer injustice, same as any black people do, same as any other race do. But generally, it's a fair society for all. And we need to get back to that. Get back to caring about your neighbour, irrespective of their colour, their creed, or their religion. Respect each other. Grow the country. Right now, and as you all know, who've watched me before, I live in Spain, and today we are seen as a joke. England is seen as a joke when they allow people with bins on their heads and ridiculous people dressed up as foxes to stand for Parliament. We're supposed to be the mother, the leaders of parliamentary organisation. We set the level for the world for democracy. And look at us now. People joke, people laugh. No pride left. Young people who hate their own country. It has to change. If you're ever to survive and bring the country forward, you have to change. Anyway, the old git, that's me. I've had my rant. You understand. I'm very, very sad because what I'm watching. I love everybody. I try to be with everybody. I try to understand everybody. But it takes two. You have to understand the person opposite you. You know? And if you don't understand, let them explain it to you. And all you good Muslim people out there, you must cast out this rubbish who are destroying your life. Because there's certain factions now in England, and you might think you're strong, and you probably are strong. But there's certain factions coming to the, they're getting really sore, really fed up. And these people don't have even they haven't got the right kind of morals. And you're bringing the worst out in them. And we don't want that. We want everybody to live peacefully and get along together. Follow your culture, follow your religion, but don't destroy the man standing next to you. Be part of it. The big melting pot of England and the UK and Europe. Stop the stupidity. That's all I got to say. That's my message. I don't know if I'll probably get another one in. It's my birthday, 20th of August, 73, as I said. And I want to continue to do these videos as much as I can, because I've seen a lot of life, and I'm seeing a lot of things that they're destroying it for everybody. So, again, I've got to say, if you've got to go and watch this on Rumble, because I've got over 750,000 something views on my videos, and there's lots of videos there. Or you can watch it on Substacks, or you can watch it on YouTube or Odyssey. Those places you can watch my videos. But on Rumble, you have a live TV station that I run, and if you like old films and things, you can go and watch them there. 24 hours, free of charge. But what have I got on? Let's see. I'll give you tomorrow's menu, shall I? Tomorrow, we start off in the morning with Green Acres, and after that, Prisoner Cell Block H, which we're on episode 523, so you're coming in a bit late, but there you go. The Fugitive, which is very popular, series 3, episode 24. And then there's a film called The Red Skies of Montana from 1952. Then another film called A Pot of Gold from 1941. Then, after that, we have The Hammer House of Horror, The Mask of Satan. And that's the last one of those, because that series is just finishing. And there'll be a new series on from the day after. Dark Shadow, we're up to 488 episodes of that. Get Smart. Anybody remember Get Smart? Yeah, I do. In the telephone box, yes. And after Get Smart, we've got a film called Rain from 1932. And then another film called Rogue's March from 1953. Then there's a TV program called Get Some In, about Air Force National Service. I think that was quite funny. And after that, V. Do you remember V? Diana that eats the mouse. Yeah, V. We've got that. And we're on episode 16. And after that, one that I really like is this one, Crime Stories. Have you seen Crime Stories? Series 2, episode 12. That's on tomorrow. And then what happens is it plays right through, and then it repeats again over the next 12 hours. So it depends on your time where you watch it. Anyway, that's it. Have a wonderful evening and the rest of the day. Hopefully you've listened to some of the things I've said and you've taken them in. Come on, folks. It's up to you. Stop listening to stupidity and start being sensible. Okay? If I was Prime Minister, I'd make it law. Anyway, I'm not Prime Minister, never will be, but till the next time, folks, you've got to stay safe, yes, and come back and see me whenever you want. See you soon.